As the sun set, Shola's steps led him to the market square, a place filled with life and the vibrant colors of Agudon. He was there on an errand for Aduke, his stepmother, to buy spices and palm oil. But fate had other plans for him. Amidst the chattering of villagers, a messenger from the palace stood on a raised platform, his voice booming over the crowd.
Greetings, people of Agudon. Our great king has decreed a contest to be held at the palace. This contest will be a test of strength of our youth, and the victor shall receive honor and glory beyond measure.
The words struck Shola like a lightning. His heart filled with excitement. He had always wanted a new lease of life. This was the opportunity he had been waiting for, he thought to himself. He stayed a bit longer in the square, listening as the messenger gave details of the contest, a test of wisdom, a display of skills, and a test of courage. Each word sank into Shola's memory, a beacon calling him to his destiny. That night, as he laid on his mat, staring at the thatched roof above, Shola made a silent vow. He would enter the contest. He would face whatever challenges the king would set before him, and he would emerge victorious, not for glory or honor, but for the chance to forge a new path for himself. In the days that followed, Shola prepared in secret. He sought the wisdom and knowledge of the village elders, the guidance of the Ifa priests, and the blessings of the gods. He trained his body and mind, pushing himself beyond his limits, driven by his determination to create a new path for himself. And when the day of the contest arrived, Shola was ready. He stepped into the arena, not as the boy who was maltreated, made to fetch water, and tended to goats, but as a contender for a future he dared to only dream of.
Once upon a time, in the village of Agundon, where the air carried the scents of earth and the whispers of the ancestors, Shola's childhood was a testament to endurance and pain. His stepmother, Aduke, ruled the household with an iron fist, her words sharp as the blade of a cutlass. She hated Shola and treated him badly. His stepbrother, Femi, also saw him as nothing but a burden. From morning till night, Shola was made to work in the farm, his hands becoming rough and callous from the hard labor. He tilled the soil, planted seeds, and harvested crops under the scorching sun. His back ached from the constant bending and lifting, but he never complained. In addition to the farm work, Shola was also responsible for tending to the goats. He had to ensure they were fed and watered, and he spent many nights in the cold, keeping watch over them to protect them from predators. His sleep was often interrupted, and he woke up each morning feeling exhausted. Fetching water from the river was another task that fell on Shola's young shoulders. The river was a long walk from their home, and he had to make several trips each day to ensure there was enough water for the household. The heavy water pot left his shoulders sore and his feet blistered. Aduke would often scold him for the smallest mistakes, her harsh words echoing in the silent nights. His meals were meager, often leftovers. There were nights when he went to bed with an empty stomach, his body craving for nourishment.
One evening, as the sun set, Shola sat outside, his fingers stained with dirt as a result of working in the farm all day. His stepmother, Aduke, approached, her shadow framed against the dimming light. Shola, Aduke began, her voice filled with so much hate. Have you fed the goats? She shouted. And have you harvested the yams? She said, her voice filled with so much anger. Your laziness brings so much shame upon this house, she yelled. Shola looked up, his eyes weary yet unyielding.
I have worked since morning. The goats have been fed, and the yams will be harvested before the week is out.
Aduke sneered. Words are easy, boy. It's action that counts. Remember, you owe your very existence to our kindness. Before Shola could respond, Femi, his stepbrother, joined them, a smirk playing on his lips.
Kindness, if it were up to me, if be out on the streets, is nothing but a burden.
Shola rose, his stature tall despite his youth.
Perhaps one day, Femi, you will see that strength is not measured by how one treats those beneath them, but by how one uplifts them.
Femi's smirk faltered, and for a moment there was silence. The days passed, and the contest set by the king drew near. Shola's determination grew. Fueled by the injustice of his life, he found an unlikely ally in Dara, his step-sister, who approached him one night with a proposition. Shola, Dara whispered, her voice a mix of fear and defiance. I know of your plans to enter the contest. I can help you. Shola listened to her with so much suspicion.
Why would you help me? Your mother.
Dara cut him off. My mother is blinded by her own ambition. But I see you, Shola. I see the goodness in you. Let me help you. And together we can change our fates. And so, the night before the contest, Dara bought Shola a gift, a coat of deep indigo, woven with the symbols of Agudan. Wear this, she said, and let it remind you of who you are. Meanwhile, Aduke and Femi, his stepmother and stepbrother, had discovered Shola's secret plan of joining the contest. They feigned kindness, praising his dedication to household chores, and even offering him extra portions of food. But their true intentions were far darker. They had come up with an evil plan to kill Shola, ensuring that he would never have the chance to compete in the contest. One evening, Aduke prepared a delicious meal. She seasoned the yam with a deadly herb, its effects swift and irreversible. Femi, the ever cunning one, slipped the poisoned food onto Shola's plate, a wicked smile playing on his lips. But fate intervened. Just as Shola reached for the yams, he heard a loud scream from outside the house. It was a desperate plea for help, a voice filled with so much anguish. Shola hesitated, torn between his hunger and the urgency of the situation. Without a second thought, he rushed outside with the poisoned food falling from his hands. There he found a young girl, her eyes wide with fear. She had fallen into a well, her weak body clinging to the slippery stones. Shola's heart swelled with compassion, and he jumped into action. He pulled the girl to safety, her wet cloth clinging to her skin. Her tearful eyes met his, and she whispered her gratitude. Shola realized that this was the moment that would change everything. He had saved a life, and in doing so, he had unknowingly saved his own. As he returned to the house, his stepmother and stepbrother watched him with suspicion. Aduke's eyes narrowed, and Femi's smirk vanished. Shola's hunger had been forgotten, replaced by a newfound purpose. He knew he had a destiny to fulfill, and it extended far beyond the confines of their home. The day of the contest finally came, and it was indeed a great sight, the likes of which the village had never seen. Shola faced each challenge with the heart of a lion, his every move watched by the villagers who had gathered in their multitude. During the contest of combats, Shola found himself put against a masked opponent. Their swords clashed, the sound ringing out like thunder. As the fight reached its high point, Shola disarmed his opponent, revealing him to be none other than Femi. The crowd sighed, and a strong silence fell over the arena. Femi, his face twisted in rage, spat at Shola's feet.
You think you've won, but you are still nothing. You will always be nothing.
Shola looked at his stepbrother, his gaze steady.
I am Shola, son of Agudon, and my worth is not determined by your words, Femi. It is determined by my actions.
The final trial was a test of wisdom. Shola stood before the king, his mind clear as the waters of the sacred river. The question posed to him was one of morality, of leadership, and the weight of decisions. Shola spoke with conviction, his words echoing the teachings of the elders and virtues of Agundon.
A true leader serves his people. He does not rule over them. He is the keeper of peace, the beacon of hope, and the upholder of justice.
The king nodded, impressed by the young man's wisdom.
You have shown great wisdom, Shola. You understand the art of Agudon.
When Shola was declared the winner, the king declared that Shola will marry his daughter, and upon his passing, succeed him as the next king, due to the fact that the king didn't have a male heir. The entire village rejoiced upon hearing the king's declaration. Their cheers, a testament to the change they all prayed for. Aduke and Femi stood in the shadows, their plot shattered by the very boy they had sought to destroy. The marriage between Shola and Princess Abebi was filled with so much celebrations and fanfare as the people of Agundon rejoiced, and not only celebrated the marriage, they also celebrated the new heir. Not long after, the king fell ill due to old age and went to be with his ancestors. The people mourned the late king for months upon his passing, for he was a great king. After a while, Shola was crowned as the new king of Agundon. His reign brought so much prosperity to Agundon. He forgave his stepmother Aduke and offered her a place in his palace, a decision that spoke well of his character. Dara, his stepsister, stood by his side, her counsel valued, and her presence a reminder of the bond they had formed. As for Femi, he left Agundon as he couldn't bear the shame and regret. In time, he returned, seeking forgiveness, and Shola, with the benevolence of a true king, granted it. Just as Shola was settling into his new life as king, a mysterious stranger arrived in Agundon. He claimed to be a traveler from a distant land, but there was something about him that seemed familiar. The stranger requested an audience with the king, and Shola, intrigued by the man's request, agreed to meet him. In the privacy of the royal chamber, the stranger revealed his true identity. He was none other than Shola's biological father, who had been banished from Agundon many years ago due to a misunderstanding. He had returned to set things right and to reconnect with his long-lost son. Shola was shocked by the revelation. He felt a whirlwind of emotions, anger, confusion, but also a strange sense of relief. Finally, He had found a connection to his past, a link to his true lineage. News of the stranger's claim spread like wildfire through Agundon. The villagers were divided. Some were happy for Shola, while others were skeptical of the stranger's claim. Shola, however, remained calm amidst the chaos. He knew he had to address the situation wisely. He called for a village meeting where he addressed the villagers and shared his story. Shola's father, Ajao, was a skilled hunter and a respected member of the Agundor community. However, he was banished from the village due to a misunderstanding that led to a tragic event. During a hunting expedition, Ajao accidentally killed a sacred deer, which was believed to be a spiritual guide of the village. This act was considered a grave and sacrilegious offense against the gods and the traditions of Agudon. Despite Ajao's pleas and his reputation as a skilled and respectful hunter, the village elders decided to banish him to maintain the peace and harmony of the village. This was a turning point in Ajao's life, as he had to leave his family and the village. He went on a journey of self-discovery and redemption. He spoke of his hardships, his journey, and his love for Agudon. He assured the villagers that regardless of his lineage, his commitment to Agudon was unwavering. Shola's heartfelt speech moved the villagers. They realized that Shola's action had proven his worth as a leader, regardless of his parentage. They rallied behind their king, their faith in him restored. Shola's reign continued, marked by peace and prosperity. He was a beloved king, respected and admired by all. His story served as a reminder to the people of Agundon that true leadership comes not from one's lineage, but from one's actions and commitments to their people. And so, Shola's tale became a legend passed down through generations. It was a story of resilience, courage, and the power of destiny. It served as a beacon of hope for the people of Agundon, a testament to the fact that no matter how difficult the circumstances, one can always rise above them and create their own destiny. Thank you for watching. I would love to hear your opinion on this video in the comment section. And please don't forget to like and share this video. You can also support me by subscribing to my channel and turning on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new stories and updates. Thank you. Bye.